Hey everybody, this is Mark. There's another episode of the ADD Show. So today I want to talk about some of these fringe elements in the Republican Party that are just seeping their way through and expanding throughout the country. So we'd be remiss if I didn't talk about Trump again. We have the impeachment trial starting up next week. Woohoo! Because we're going to get all this evidence, and Republicans are going to not give a crap and just acquit him because that's who they are. You know, they talk a big game, but they have no backbone. They're afraid. They're scared. And you can see it. I mean, look, Mitch McConnell sort of pushed back against Marjorie Taylor Greene, saying that there's no place for Looney Loons and all sorts of crazy conspiracies in the Republican Party, but that's bold because it's been going on for years. You know, they had the chance to stop it, could have stopped Trump, but they wanted his voters, they wanted the base, they were afraid of him. And now they're just looking like a complete bunch of idiots. You know, they let someone like Green in, and now this like virus infected the Congress, the Senate, just pretty much everything. And there's not much we can do. We have a guy like Josh Hawley, who he's just a crazy kook, but you know, he's an educated one, so he's able to like fool people into thinking what he's saying is legit, election stolen, he's being censored. Dude, you're a US senator. You appeared on Fox News. That's not censorship. That's you just trying to get money, you little weasel. You have no business being in Senate. Most of these guys have no business being in office. Another one, you have like Matt Gaetz, who looks like an evil quagmire. He's just going off to do rallies in Wyoming and still down with Trump. He actually had the cokehead Donald Trump Jr. on a phone call. How embarrassing is that? You got to get like some cokehead. I guess they like these crazy nuts. I mean, they had Mike Lindell, the crackhead. You know, you have Steve Bannon hanging around. You know, he kind of looks like he was at a Jimmy Buffett concert and they just didn't know that the concert was over. He looks dried out and wasted. You have the other one, Mobert, the other crazy QAnon person from Colorado. You know, all these people are like pushing all this stuff. How did they get in? They should have been demonized, but no, they like them there. You have Fox News and Newsmax and OAN just giving these people platforms so they can push lies. And then some of the people in there, like Adam Kinzer, they want to push back and they're ostracized, and they're trying to get Liz Cheney out in Wyoming because she doesn't want to go along with these craziness. But look, all those people, you guys had 4 years to push back. You didn't. You did the same thing with Obama. And now you guys are pushing for unity, peace, harmony, love. Dude, that's not gonna fly. Because you were the same party that were pushing crazy stuff, locking up kids in cages. You didn't say anything against Donald Trump's impeachment. We'll learn a lesson. You didn't learn a lesson. You never will learn a lesson. So you can't have it both ways. And Mitch, you know, you ran through a judge. That's not unity. And all you guys like Lindsey Graham, same thing. You don't want Merrick Garland to be the attorney general. Well, hey, you know how he couldn't have been the attorney general? He could have been the Supreme Court judge. So too bad, you messed up. And you can't do this power share, no. So instead of pushing these crazy theories, why don't you try to help people? You know, people are out here hungry. They're out of jobs and they just want $1,400, but you guys won't even give them that. It is pretty funny though. Like, why don't we take away all of the people in Congress and Senate, take away their money and let them live off $1,200 and another $600 and see how long that lasts. You know, it's kind of funny that they can just get out there and push this stuff when they have a nice government job and nice government healthcare. Kind of sounds socialistic, like socialism, doesn't it? Right? Free government healthcare worked for you guys, but not for everybody else. These vaccines, we could do a lot more. You know, we can ramp up production. We can have a coordinated effort, but they don't want that. They just want to say that, oh, poor conservatives are being pushed around, and you're harboring all this stuff in your party. You're not doing anything for the people. This is the part that I don't get. They are elitist. A lot of these senators, they're rich, they went to good schools, a lot of them law degrees. They're doing quite well. They're making a ton of money. And then they try to go after and say, well, they're losing America. You're not losing America. You just want the people down there to vote for you. Meanwhile, you'll strip away their rights. And that's it. That's what they want. They just want power by any means. If you look at the populations of states, in the Democratic states and Senate, there's like 40 million more people there. But because we have this crazy system, then we're being catered to less of the population. And the only way to win is to push craziness, to confuse people. That doesn't help people. You think anybody out there starving cares whether or not you get more elections or sell more books or Twitter followers? They don't care. They want money in their pockets. They want to know that someone's caring for them. They're looking out for their jobs. So that's the scary part. They're trying to say that Biden's going to come in and ruin America through socialism. Okay, first, that's not going to happen. And two, the same people that were against socialism were the same people that wanted those stimulus checks. So this whole system is ridiculous. People in government complaining about government being the problem when they just got elected. Does that make any sense at all? So they're the problem, and they're not trying to fix it. They don't want to fix it. They're already right now trying to think about the 22 race. We just had an election. Who cares about that? We'll deal with that in 2022. Do a good job. Then you can talk about re-election. So like Kevin McCarthy goes down to Mar-a-Lago and meets with Trump to try to push back on the Democrats and say, hey, we're going to take back the House. Trump calls crazy QAnon lady, and she comes out of that feeling emboldened. So, look, we have no idea what's going to happen the rest of the year, but we do know is that we can push back on this craziness and say enough is enough. You can call Congress, you can call Senate. May not have a big effect, but still, these people have to know that what they're doing is wrong. So my hot take is, once we get these vaccines going and people back to work, hopeful that these crazy nuts will see that, oh wow, the world has not ended. That's what happened when you have these QAnon theories. They push the world's gonna end or something's gonna stop the great American experiment, and nothing does happen, and then they just make up more conspiracies. So we need to break that. We need to, I know they're against cancel culture, but we need to cancel that crazy rhetoric. Otherwise, who knows what will happen in 22? I mean, maybe these Republicans, easy to push conspiracies. You can just make up anything and then call that a conspiracy. But that is going to destroy the country if these people are allowed to flourish. So we got to stop that. All right, guys, this is another episode of the ADD show. I'll be talking impeachment next week. All right, hopefully there's a lot of evidence that comes out and Republicans actually gain a backbone and take Trump down. All right, guys, thank you for watching another episode of the ADD show. I'm Mark. Bye.